tough to be dumb. Because we don't have to be smart and intelligent all the time, right? Kids are not trying to be smart all the time, right? No, we just do. We kids, we just play, we just create. I want to make a piece of art. Okay, let's create it. I want to play some music. Play, improvise. And that's what I love about art. That's what I love about music. When you have those moments, when you play, when you improvise something. This is the whole idea of jazz, right? It's the whole idea of jamming. Think about the energy that this direct creation give us. When we just listen to our body and we just do. And this is the thumb. And he's not afraid to be dumb. That's the whole point of the thumb. Like, I can say whatever I want. I can be stupid and just put out things to the world. Just body is the new religion. Shout it everywhere. Listen. The body is speaking to you. You. And it's so much fun to play with the thumb. And the knee and the thumb and the kid. Now I'll go back to the kid. The kid was not there all the time. As I was saying before, first the knee appeared to me, and then it was the thumb. Then there was another really nice body part called the bee. And it's a pretty easygoing body part. Maybe I will tell about it more later on. But he was there too. The bee is a really cool one. It's life doesn't have to be complicated. When you are a body, you can just relax, you know. This is also part of being a body, and this is the bee. Just let me be, okay? Just let me be. Not too many questions about it. I'm creating a build-up. Because the story of the kid is a very, very, very special story, and in order to understand the story, I need to tell you about the other body parts around it. Because as I said, the first one was the knee, and then it was the thumb. The bee was just there. Bee likes to say body, feels. And this is really about how you feel. You don't need to analyze everything. This is just about feeling comfortable, feeling full, and feeling like home. Body feels like home. This is the bee. Another body parts, a pretty easygoing one, very interesting one too. It's called. This is how it calls. Question mark. Don't ask. This one is not talking so much because this body part is still very young. It's actually before speech. You know, I think maybe he's like less than 1 year old. He's a real baby, and it's mostly a lot of things are happening, and this one stays with the question mark because he doesn't understand. He doesn't care even. He's just like, okay, I'm just. This is it. Like this kind of sounds that come out of your body, and, you know, like babies. So this is this one. So I had all of them, and I was like, oh, interesting. Wow, I have body parts. This was already a while after the knee appeared. Okay, interesting. What are they here for? I don't know. Maybe to create some art. And this is what I did. And now I'm coming to another one. Also a pretty simple one to understand. It's called the tongue. Okay. This is the one I'm talking to you now. The tongue. I need to have a tongue, right, to speak to you, to be able to express myself, right? So it's an important body part, because without this one, I could not do any of those things, right? And the tongue is also a very interesting one. It can be manipulative too, right? This, at least mine was. Keeping some secrets sometimes, you know, or sometimes not letting me say what I want to say. You should be very Befriend your tongue. It's a good idea to have him as your friend and not as your enemy. Okay, so this is about the tongue. And now finally I'm coming to the moment of the kid. And the kid, because each body part likes to say something, right? This one is wants to say to you, it's tough to be dumb. The other one is saying, you know I'm real. The kid, what the kid is saying is this. The kid is back. Yeah. And this is a crucial moment. When the kid came into my life, back into my life, I was already far away. I already left Israel. I was in New York. I was doing my thing. It was all of a sudden, out of nowhere, kind of. I had the key. Now, in order to explain the kid what it is, not only it's not a body part like the thumb and the knee and the bee. It's not part like an anatomical part of the body. It's a body part in the sense of a whole. It's actually me. The kid is me, right? How old am I now? 27. So yes, since I became a kid, I guess after being a baby, yeah, at some point you are officially a kid, right? Since that moment up until today, I still have the kid with me. And the kid is many times taking over. Sometimes he's like, whoa, now it's my time, okay? Now the kid. Wow, the kid, wow. Whenever I have issues with the kid, wow, I cannot even explain to you. I don't have kids, but I have my kid, you know? You know what I'm saying? This is the kid, wow. You can have a lot of dramas with the little kid. And he has a lot of power because he's a whole body part. Just as I am right now speaking to you. Now, I need to show you, and I don't know how it happened. Maybe I do. In some weird way, I forgot the most important. Maybe they're all important. I don't want to say the most. You hear me, body parts? You are all important in an equal way. Yeah, but it's a very, very important body part. And not only I'm saying this, also the rest of the body parts will agree. Because many times my body parts, they go through not so easy times together. Sometimes they fight. Sometimes they are nasty to one another. For example, the knee and the thumb is doing something together with the thumb, and the kid is left behind. Or sometimes they keep secrets from one another. Sometimes they try to take control over the body without telling the other body parts. But the nun is the one who will always keep them in peace, because she's like the great mother of their all. And the nun is exactly none. None. She's nothing. Really, she's nothing. This is the nun, and this is also again like the and it's a whole body part, the whole thing. And as my body part, it took me a while. I learned so much from the nun, by the way, so much. Everything I know from the nun. And it took me a while to connect to the nun and to understand what she is. And the way I would explain the nun is very difficult to explain her. She's like non-existence. She's the mother of the Buddhas. She's beyond any explanation. She is everything you know, but then none of it at the same time. This is the nun. She's very philosophical. She's very in between the lines, you know, in between reality and non-reality, existence, non-existence, the physical body and the non-physical body. She's in between. She's none of them. And the the nun has one special saying. And listen to this one. This is a very, very, very important one. It's something that we all agree on. God has no religion. God has no religion. You hear that? I'm saying this not only to you, I'm reminding it to the body parts as well. Remember what the nun is saying. Remember, this is body, the new religion, speaking to you. Remember what the nun is saying. God has no religion. And now, back to the bodies, okay? Because we're not gods, right? Or maybe we are. But as long as we are bodies, we need this body new religion thing. So, back to the kid and back to the nun. They are the same being. You see? If you take the kid and make him grow bigger, he looks like the nun. By the way, he's a he and he is a she at the same time. Okay, so I made such a build-up. Please forgive me. I like being dramatic sometimes. So here we go. The kid was revealed to me when I was in the toughest times of my life, dealing with the most inner core of myself. And then he started to tell his story. Actually, first, there was a big drama between the kid and the knee. And the kid, actually, the whole released body parts autonomy, the whole group was believing that the knee was the one who made the trauma. Now, maybe before telling you the story, I will tell you a little bit what does it mean to have released body parts autonomy. Okay. What does it mean? Where does this group come from? And I tell you what I believe. I believe that all of us, every human being, I really think I'm not that special. I think we all have some kind of, I don't know how to call it, a body part. Okay? Not only one. Actually, we have very many different body parts. All of us. I just, it's not me actually, it's them. They were showing me, giving themselves name, declaring themselves, I'm the knee, I'm this. And then they decided that they want to be released. And now, okay. This is the moment, Body TV, again, exposure. So I need you to be with me. Now I'm going back to explaining the story of the released body parts autonomy. And the story goes back to the trauma, the repressed body that was kicking out of me. The repressed body that started the whole new religion of the body. The repressed body that showed me the enlightened body. That showed me that we are all enlightened body. And this repressed body was so repressed. It was so deeply repressed. I'm talking about myself now, okay? So repressed, so far away from my own truth of knowing who I am. Oh my God, I was so far away. Now I know it and I see something else, but before, I really, really didn't know myself at all. And then I started to see that I have some body parts that not only create out of me, start to make religion and art and stuff, and not only kicking in, declaring, reminding me, telling me things. I also had the nun, which is a brilliant figure, and she took me and she said, "Whoa, don't worry. No matter what you think about it, this is nothing." Back then, I was collapsing. I was fainting. I was out of my body. I was crying and screaming and so many things and so many dramas, right? Wow, life can be full of dramas. But the nun was saying to me, "This is nothing. Don't worry. This is nothing." And I believed her. And it took me to some places where I was not afraid anymore. And then, when the kid appeared, I was very touched by it. Everybody was. All the other body parts were celebrating the book of the released body parts autonomy, and body finds itself. That's the title of the book. This book was written by the kid. And the whole book starts with the kid coming back. Wow, what a celebration for the body. Wow, body was so happy. The kid is back. Wow. What do you do when the kid is back? Wow, kid, I want to get to know you. Where were you all this time? What were you doing? And then the knee is like, the knee was kind of not so happy about the kid coming back. And all the other body parts were like very naive. They were like, oh, it's so great to have you, kid. Oh, it's great to have you here. And the bee was like, "Come here, kid, come. I'll keep you inside me in a nice, comfortable place." And the nun was talking to the kid. The nun is like the great mother, and the kid is coming back to his mother, and he's talking to her, and he's telling her how he feels. Wow, this is beautiful, kid. Thank you for coming back. Later on, there were a few dramas going on. I won't go in there. The book is telling them great details, all the perspective and the language of the kid. The knee, all of the body parts, at some point, decided to blame the knee. For being the one that was the one who has created the big trauma moment. Everybody was blaming the knee for it. It's like, it's because of you we got into this mess. Oh yeah, and I was trying to explain to you before, what is the released body parts autonomy? It's a group of body parts that flew out of my body when something very, very, very traumatic happened to me. So this is what it is, and it all happened when I was 7 years old. 7 years old, something very horrible happened. Poof, body parts released. We're like, okay, body is going away. Body parts are like, how should we deal with this? Too much to handle. Okay, let's just go away. And that's what they did. And each one took off, like, okay, I'll continue my life. I will continue as always, the thumb, okay, I will continue my life. The knee was not going anywhere, he still stayed here, but he kind of continued being the knee, and he was observing me growing and doing things, while he's still himself. He's not talking, not saying anything, he's there. Sometimes he's there, sometimes not. That's the knee, he's released, he's free. All of them. And especially the kid, he was completely free. Not that he was free, he was gone. Since the moment, he was gone, far away, like, whoa. I think I will wait for a while for this body before I come back, because otherwise she will be like, who are you? And probably she'll kick me out, or probably I did it, actually. Maybe that's what I did for 20 years. So back to the knee, back to the kid and all of them. All the released body parts autonomy, except for one. And this is a very, very special one. Oh, it's one of my favorite if you'll ask me, if you'll ask everybody around the world, everybody, everybody, you hear me? Everybody. This is open heart. And just as I believe that we, all of us, each human being, I really, not even human beings, I think every complex body is consisted of body parts. The same goes, I also believe that we all have an open heart. I really believe in it. I think we all have the kid in us. I think we all have the nun in us. I think those are universal wisdom, laws of every religion is talking about this. You know, it's none, the non-existent, the whole existence, and the open heart. Open heart is really, really important. Body part. What would we do if we didn't have an open heart? And the open heart is exactly like the Beatles song says, you know, love, love, love. All you need is love, right? And it's exactly what Jesus Christ says. Oh, love everybody as I love you. This is love. And it's very universal. It's very easy to say, hey, I love you. But it's not so true, because sometimes we don't love some things, right? Maybe we love our partner. Oh, I love you, I love you, I love you. At some point, we start to hate him. What happened? So love, love, love. Sometimes we are open heart, sometimes not. We sure have this part in us. And open heart was very important, and he showed up at the same time we had the kid coming up. Maybe a week or two after the kid appeared, I had open heart. And open heart came in a crucial moment, because the other body parts, which started to kind of like assemble as a group. Nobody declared them as the released body parts autonomy before. But slowly, they started to gather again and reunite again. And they realized, whoa, we are all released body parts. Let's make our own autonomy. So that's what they did. They took over my body, and by declaring themselves as autonomy. And then this is what happened. Open heart came in a crucial moment. Why? Because all of the body parts started to fight. Yeah. And this is so beautiful. It shows you, I'm showing you my inner world, my inner thoughts. And I'm sure we all have this thing, right? Part of you is telling you, do this, do this, do this. And another part is telling you, never do this. Don't you ever go there. And another part is saying, well, I don't even want to think about this. And so we have so many parts, and sometimes they are in conflict. And especially when there is a big trauma, a big story, and everybody is trying to tell the story the way they see it, it creates a lot of conflict and a lot of resistance, and that's what started to happen. So all the body parts, all of them, they were blaming the knee. They said that the knee was the one who was responsible for the trauma. It's because the knee is always so kicking in, and he's so violent, they said about him. He's aggressive, the knee. Look at him. And he took that kid. He took the kid. And instead of doing something, he took the kid, and poof, something horrible happened. And all of the released body parts are released. And the body stays low. So everybody was blaming the knee. It was so horrible, they even put him in jail. I know it sounds crazy, but it's true. They put them in jail. My body part decided to put another body part of me in jail. And they were asking body. I was also really against the knee back then. And then I go to the therapy. I started a therapy, a complex trauma therapy. I'm going there, and I'm like, listen, I had some problems with the knee. This is dedicated to you, Mary. If you're watching me, thank you, because you've been a very, very important part of it. Thank you very much for helping me. Because she didn't laugh when I come to her and told her, oh, I think I'm too sad or I'm too happy. No, I said to her, I think my knee is having some problems and I think the thumb is not happy about it. And she was like, okay, tell me what's going on. So I told her everything. And then she said, Yasmin, you did a great mistake. I'm like, what? She said, you put the knee in jail? Are you crazy? No way you put the knee in jail. The knee is the one who saved your life. The knee is the one who saved the kid's life. The knee is the one who saved the kid. Because if the knee would not release himself and take the trauma with it, the kid would grow to be a very, very sad, miserable kid. So I was like, whoa. I need a moment to understand all of this. This is great realization, but it's also so confusing. So I repressed this trauma for 20 years because I could not handle it when I was the kid. And the knee has decided by himself, without asking me, he didn't ask me, he decided by himself, I'm going to take the trauma. Just to get you some understanding, this is the trauma. This black hole is the trauma. And the knee took the trauma, put it in here, close it, shut it down. We don't need to deal with this. We'll wait for the right moment. He waited 20 years. The knee waited till he decided, whoa, time to appear and knock on Yasmin's door and tell her, you know I'm real. So the knee took the trauma. All the body parts, including me, were blaming the knee. How could you do something like this? Why did you make me deal with my repression now? Why could you not let me just be what I am and feel how I was feeling back then? Well, it took me 2 years to understand that no, actually, not even 2 years. I trusted my body part that he did the right thing, and he did. That was what the therapist told me. She said, the knee is your hero. I'm like, wow. He's the hero. The knee is the hero. He took the kid away from the danger. And he kept me, let me grow and be the nun. And be all I want to be without needing to deal with it. Thank you, knee. And of course, when all the Released Body Parts Autonomy realized what happened, they all took him out of jail and they gave him they made a special celebration in honor of the knee. And they gave him like a medal for being a hero. And from now on, everybody really respected the knee. And the knee was so happy because he always knew he did the right thing, but nobody believed him. So finally, everything was resolved with the knee. Thank God, it was great. And the kid kept going, and a lot of other things happened. I won't go in there. Some dramas here and there, and between the body parts. I want to show you guys another body part, which is very, very important. It's important because without him, it will be very difficult to understand another crucial thing about body parts and their behavior. Because the body parts, each one of them behaves in a different way. They are real bodies, they are real beings, and they have their own character. And they are not angels, they are not saints, they are not aliens, they are not from outside, they are from inside of my body. And they have their own character because each one of them had a portion of time. Maybe some had 27 years, 20 years. Some had only a few years. But each one of them grew together with me and developed in their own special way. And again, I believe we all have our own body parts, and it's time to get in touch with them, guys. It's time to look inside and ask questions and be open for everything, because you'll find out that, yeah, some parts are loving, some are not loving, some are very infantile, some are very, I don't know, jealous, some has a tendency to behave in a certain way. They are like, they all have their own behaviors, but if you get in touch with them and if you love them, they will show you who you are. Torn. Part. This is another body part. This is actually one of the almost last body parts that appeared to me. Which one? This one? It wasn't the last one, but it was almost the last one. Took a while for him to appear. And this one, the torn apart, is actually the whole idea of him as a part, and it's exactly like the nun and the kid. It's a whole part. It's not a body. It's a whole. And the idea of torn apart is that sometimes we have parts in us, and this will be torn, that are somewhere left behind. And they decide to do it for a reason. Usually we have the tendency, us bodies, not to be so loving to one another. In those crucial moments when we see somebody who is kind of closed up, closing down, trying to maybe be alone, maybe I need some time to be by myself. Kids, they do it. Adults do it. We all do it, right? We're sitting in a party somewhere. We're not 100% of the time happy, joyful, jumping, creating. Sometimes we need a moment to retreat. Sometimes we feel sad. Sometimes we need to contemplate. Sometimes we just don't know what to do. So this is torn apart. And when torn apart gets nervous, he can take other body parts and put them inside him. He keeps them inside. He locks them down. He's like a tower, a watchtower, and he's watching with his two eyes. It's like, what to do? I used to blame Torn a lot. I used to blame him. I used to judge him. I was like, why do I have this part? I was trying to get rid of him. I was trying to break him down. I was trying to make him change. And then, not only me, I mean the body parts, the released other body parts, they were trying to do this to him. They were like, Torn, come on. We're all having a party. Why are you like this? And Torn always kept true to himself. And I'm so proud of you, Torn. Because sometimes we're torn apart. We are exactly in the moment of in between. Hey, bro, give me a minute. Give me a minute to breathe, to be. And he's right. So this is torn apart. And now, how many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now we're getting Body the New Religion to the last body part and the most important one. Oh, I'm sorry. I said I would not say the most important one. They're all important in the same way. But this one is definitely very, very unique. Why? This is going to be interesting. My Way. That's the name of the last body part that appeared to me. It appeared to me, I think, maybe less than 1 year ago. And he came, he knocked on the door, just like some of them, they didn't knock. He did. He was, hello. hey, who are you? You look special. It's like, yeah, it's a very special body part. Kind of alien, like foreigner from a different space or something. I don't know. Different dimension from some planet. Yeah, and it is a little bit like that. This is my way. My way speaks to you in a different way than anybody's part. Why? Because he claims to be the one who is my way. He is connected completely. And again, we're talking about this spot, the most important spot of who I am. And in my case, it was the trauma. I was trying to realize what's the trauma. And my way was giving it to me. Here you go. No problem. Now you're ready to be. And I'm like, okay. So what is the trauma? What is it? What is the worst thing that ever happened to you? What is the worst thing that ever happened to you? In my case, and I think, again, some universal wisdom, I think that the worst thing that ever happened to me, I know it actually, is the best thing that ever happened to me. And that was the whole idea of my way. He took me through a whole cycle to show me my way to myself. And when I wrote down the book of the released body parts autonomy and body finds itself. And then all the pieces, wow, all of the pieces coming back together. Now I understand. Wow, and it took me a while. Wow, now I understand. All of this is in order to find myself. It's not about the body. It's not about the body or a body or anybody or any body part. It's not about them. They're cute. They're amazing. They're creative. I love them. But it's not about the body. It's about the self. No trauma. Wait a second. This is after realizing that trauma is who I am. Because it's not about this trauma. It's about me realizing myself. Trauma was a good way to call it. To provoke myself to go there, I guess. I don't know. But anyway, it's not about the trauma. It's about myself. And it's about self-discovery. And it's about me realizing what is myself. Who am I? So now that I know it's not a trauma, I feel so great. Yeah, finally, wow, because it's been tough in the last 2 years. But now I'm great because it's not about the trauma. My way was showing me through all the body parts together, writing down this story of the released body parts autonomy and body finds itself. And they did. And actually, you know who had it? This is a spoiler for the book, but this is how it ends. The kid was holding the self all the time. The kid was possessive a little bit. Because for the last 2 years, he didn't speak out. He didn't say what he thinks. He didn't show us who he was. He was holding the self. And after this long, big journey, he opened up and released it to show all of us. We all have the same self. And we all have our own special way to find it. So, Body the Near Religion, Body TV, this was the great exposure of the released body parts autonomy and body finds itself. Woo!
This has been a CC17 TV Studios presentation. Please join us later on for more amazing content by Yasmin Hasidim, Body the New Religion, and CC17 TV Studios. Thank you for watching. See you later.